Yes, people, Mr. L. Brock Rants in the house, dealing with delusion and a bag of confusion. So I'm just looking at King Rich's podcast, and so let's see what's happening here then.
She's saying something about I feel sorry for you. You don't know he's
I have a question. Why
he
you
made a comment. He made a comment on how you're dressed. Like to him.
Oh no, this goes be. I don't care about that part.
So
I'm
what was it,
just generally his demeanor, the way that he does talk about quite a few women here.
But
I
he's
find
not
him
talking
quite
about your home-
disrespectful.
But he's not talking about your home life.
Why are you guys attacking my wife and kids? And you're attacking my kids because you're like you're unhappy at home and blah blah. It's like you're implying that my kids are in an unhappy household.
Just as a woman, I wouldn't.
But as a woman, because you don't right to any argument.
I wouldn't
As a
want
woman,
a man that I'm with to
You see that as a woman, what does that mean? Doesn't give you any extra privilege as a woman, as a man. If I turned up and I said as a man, shush.
talk to other women the way that you have
And I didn't say
of your age
I
too.
didn't-
One at a time, please.
and I didn't
You see that of your age too, trying to shame him for being older.
that's not what you said.
and I didn't speak about your family.
I can
I just
explain.
said that you seem unhappy, and I
Really?
feel like in your demeanor.
Are you a judge? Are you the judge of that?
I'm good at reading.
Are you happy?
No, I am.
Really? You're
I'm
32.
fulfilled.
You're single. You read tarot
this-
cards, and you're an entrepreneur with no money, looking for investors on a freaking.
Listen, I'm good at reading energy. Where has reading energy got you? Look, you're doing your face like that, but where has reading energy got you? Absolutely nowhere. Watch now, look. In the feelings.
podcast in the middle of the night, and you're happy.
See, and this is what
Everything's
I mean.
falling apart.
And this is what I mean.
What are you
You
the
actually
truth
listen.
is disrespectful.
Listen. Let me tell you something. Listen. Let me tell you something.
It has
Dimitri.
been done.
Let me tell Dimitri. Please let me
The finger
speak.
wagging,
Let me
she's
speak.
lying.
Let me speak, please. Listen. In the physical world, you may have money and power and all these great things, but I'm telling you, you actually hold no power.
We live in the physical world. What are you talking about in the physical world? In the physical world, dummy, I have to pay for bills. I have to pay for my children. I have to pay for things. We live in the physical world. You're here telling me about energy. You stupid. Or what?
You hold no power. I'm telling
I'm gonna
you.
cry.
No, it's fine. You don't have to believe me, but the
Should I
way
buy more
your
cats? Will that give me power?
listen, your energy, the way you speak to people, the way you come across, that I could really learn something from you because you don't chat shit. You actually are saying some valuable things, but it's the fact that it's the way you're delivering things, it's the way you judge people and the way you speak about people that you don't know is what kind of just makes me feel like you're unhappy because what's it called? What's that word called? Hurt people. If you was coming from a place of
Are you
love,
hurt?
I'm definitely not. I'm just,
Wait, but you said you're.
So then that, she just said I'm definitely not. Hurt people. So you're not hurt. So that argument's just useless. Why are you saying that for? Just putting it out there.
She's talking about you,
I'm talking
critical
about you.
No,
thinking.
but if I'm hurting people,
Listen, let me speak. No.
If I'm hurting people, then I'm hurting you. Are you?
No.
Who am I
Not
hurting?
hurt.
Who's hurt? Raise your
Listen,
hand if you're hurt.
let me ask you. Can I say something
Who's
to you?
hurt? No, but I'm calling your bluff.
Dimitri,
Where's
it's
the
a
hurt?
saying. So if I wasn't such a strong-boned person, I'll probably be upset. I'll be sensitive. I'll be crying right
so you're
now.
not hurt.
I'm definitely not.
Okay, so I'm not hurting.
What did he do that would make anybody cry? What, said a few truths? Entrepreneur with no money, tarot card reading. What did he say? Did he lie? What did he say? Why would you be crying?
So I'm
But
not a hurt
saying,
person.
but I'm not the
That's
only
your
person.
philosophy.
I'm not the only person you've affected today, and I'm saying.
Who's hurt? Raise your
And I'm
hand.
no, but
Richez, you
please
hurt?
let me speak. You're speaking over me. Let me speak.
You see the difference between men and women? Men try to get to the logical thing right. 1 + 1 = 2. Women like this think if they speak long enough, make it make sense, logical. What are you saying? You're going all around the house is about energy. Fool.
Speak. I'm saying your energy, the way you come across, it's like deep down you are unhappy because happy people do not speak and spread this kind of
I like how you're choosing your words now because you got caught in a lie. Hurt people. But
Hurt
you're
people,
hurt.
yes, and I'm talking about you.
So I'm
That's what
hurting you.
saying.
Yeah, then I'm hurting you. If I'm hurt, I'm hurting you.
You're
Are you hurt?
attempting to.
Are you
It's a
hurting?
saying you're trying to. Now, if I was
I'm
a
trying,
weak,
but you're not hurt, so I'm not
if
hurt
I
enough.
was a weak woman and I believed in what you said, I might go home and cry
You're
tonight.
not
I
a
might
weak
go
woman.
home and commit suicide. Some
No,
people would do that, wouldn't they?
You're not a
So
weak woman. You're a stupid woman, but you're not a
I'm
weak woman.
definitely
woman.
not stupid
You're
though.
strong
And
and
this is
stupid
the
like a
thing.
man.
It's the way you speak to people. Like it didn't have to be this way. And I'm not the only one on the panel that knows that
It is exactly how it
because
has
like
to
I
be.
said, you're
Are you
smart.
hurt?
You're
Are you
smart.
hurt?
Oh my god.
Are you hurt?
Oh my god.
I want to go 1, 2, and then I'm going to move on because this is getting boring. This is getting very boring. Go on, say anything.
No, nothing. I just, it's interesting to me. Like, one of the things that Robert Greene teaches in The Laws of Power is he talks about the mindset of abundance, right? And in our business, one of the things that we do is we identify high-value men in order to sell our products to them, which is why our clients are, very successful, top 1% men. Like, literally all 15,000 of them across 27 countries, many of whom you guys see in the news and stuff. And one of the ways that we try to identify wealth, and it's very easy in a conversation once you know how to spot it, is actually checking for abundance and mindset and abundance and thought, right? So one of the things that I saw in some of the comments in the past, it's like, I'll say something like, hey, here's what I do for a position, this is the company I build, blah, blah, here are the people I work with. People are like, oh, but he's so unhappy at home. I bet his wife hates him. I bet is she going to divorce him. I bet his kids don't like him. None of these things are true, by the way. But what's interesting about that?
And do you know why people do that? People do that, excuse me, to make themselves feel better. Now, people kill themselves, whether they're rich, poor, mediocre, whatever. So you might hear a few rich people kill themselves. Oh, see, money doesn't make you happy, this, that. It's not about the money. It's just about where you're at in life. So these people here, they want to make themselves feel better, right? I prefer not to have any money and be happy. It's a poor mindset if you're trying to drag people down from that shitty angle.
What does it display? And I think about that from like an energy and abundance perspective, right? When you see somebody being successful and you have to diminish them by saying, well, they're successful, and therefore they're not happy. They're diminishing because they don't believe in abundance, because they're scarce. They think if they're more successful than me, it means there's other things they're lacking. And that is the definition of a scarcity mindset. And I'll take the text message I got from my wife right before the show. I texted her and I said, what's going on today? Like, she's like, what's going on? What she's doing today? And she texted me back. She's like, just dropped the kids off at school. Gonna do some gardening. I have to cook a little bit because we have a few other kids coming over for a birthday party. And then I have to drive a couple of kids, to hockey practice. And I said, is that how you envisioned it? And she replies, that's exactly how I envisioned it. And that's interesting to me because she's not trying to compete on the male criteria. And she's a very conservative woman. She told me she wants to get married. She wants to have children. She wants to support her husband.
And hear the joke. Look at all of these. Look at these four with their faces just like stiff. The one on the end, she thinks she's too nice. 32, no children. He's married, successful. 3 or 4 kids. Missy's doing the running around. She's happy. He's looking after her. But then you're trying to fight him with your big nothingness. Selling your crystals and foolishness. This one, where did you think you was going? You're coming on a podcast. What are you wearing? The one in the black. Like, oh, I just want to be seen. I want to be noticed. Listen, allow it.
And during our 10-year anniversary dinner, one of my favorite things she said is, I said, are you glad you built this life with me? Because I want to ask that question. I think directness is really important.
Yes.
I said, are you glad? And she goes, I didn't build this life with you. She said, I chose to be a passenger on your train.
I knew you were going to say that.
Of course, that's not whoa. Wow. You perceive that as being wow.
Just everything. I'm reading everything you're saying right now. I knew you was going to try and
you can read? I'm shocked you can read.
I knew you was going to try and do this. Obviously, you want to portray everything about me as happy. Yeah, 100. I knew he was going to do this. It's fine. Do have your time. It's fine.
What I just said was so beautiful. You know how many men and women are divorced nowadays? Like, 10-year relationships are almost unheard of now. Like, that was so...
This fool hasn't had a 10-minute relationship. She's there selling crystals. Big 32. What did Kevin Samuels used to say? Danger zone! You're deep in the danger zone, my God. This one, she thinks she's going to the nightclub. You're coming to a podcast.
Beautiful. That gives me hope for a woman and men in this world.
And if I could, Rich, it's like, for me, like, one of the things I tell young guys, they say, Dimitri, should I not get married because, I see this couch situation and I see a lot of things that can potentially hurt me. I say, no, you should definitely get married. You should build yourself as a man where you can choose a woman whose character you believe in, and then you should raise strong sons. Our society, that's the problem right now, is that our society is killing boys. Our society is telling boys it's not okay to be masculine. It's not okay to be driven. It's not okay to have conservative values. It's not okay to be valiant in the pursuit.
It's not okay to be in control of your own podcast and tell people to get out if they don't apply by the rules or they don't play by the rules. I can't tell them to get out. I should just let them run riot and do whatever they want. Because I just got to worry about how she feels about the way I'm saying it. I might not be saying anything wrong, but it's the tone. No, bruv. The world doesn't run or revolve on feelings, bruv. There's a thing called mathematics, physics, logic. There's a lot of things that come into play. So, I just feel like this. If I'm not being disrespectful, don't tell me about my tone of voice.
Yeah, can I just respectfully say I don't even disagree with a lot of Dimitri saying. Philosophically, I'm on board. I definitely agree. However, it doesn't change the fact that he has this repulsive personality, and we are just responding to that. I'm not even hurt. That's it. I agree. I would love for this world to be.
I'm so glad you find me repulsive. That actually
your personality.
That gives me hope, because what I don't want is, earlier today we're hanging out with Pearl and.
Can we just finish our sentence without you constantly interrupting? You're like the biggest interrupter on
biggest
yeah.
On Earth, all of Earth.
In
every
on
man
this
on Earth,
podcast, darling. You are so hilarious.
Am I the biggest?
Oh my god, I'm
biggest?
so freaking hilarious
So
in my clown suit.
Imagine being at that
Stop
age.
it.
Imagine,
Stop. Let other people
I'm sorry, I
speak.
don't like my suit.
imagine being at that age and not having the
Jesus.
respect for
Imagine
Imagine all that money and you can't even wear it.
Imagine being that age and no marriage, no children, knowing that geriatric pregnancy is round the corner. Yeah, imagine it. Listen, he's alright, He's alright. I wouldn't worry about him. You for.
Nice suit.
Imagine being at your age and thinking you're an entrepreneur with these tarot cards.
Anyway,
All that money, and this is how it ended up.
Not-
And
not
also,
just money,
earlier you were
plus
saying
family.
something very interesting. You were saying that we have a lack of abundance, but like a scarcity mindset, where we see people with money and who are successful.
No,
Actually,
that's not about her.
Well, you
wanna
made that
defend her?
statement.
Are you
No,
defending her?
no, you made that statement. I
About
would
her,
like
not
to
about
say
me.
I have met quite a lot of successful people who are very impressive, and the only thing that makes me like them is their personality and their character.
right.
It doesn't matter. We could go into
Stop
Mayfair.
ad-libbing.
We could go into Mayfair right now. There might be a bunch of successful men. I would run away from you spiritually because of the way that you just ooze your repulsive personality. Please give me a break.
I would run away from you spiritually. Once again, you're coming to our podcast and not a nightclub.
To be honest, with King Richez, I did have my preconceived notions. I watched a few videos. I did come here with a little bit of judgment, and despite the fact that this is his platform, I'm leaning more towards having a more favorable opinion of him because he's not being disrespectful or rude. But you were rude from the back, on and off the show.
I just want to point out that before the show started, they were sitting on the couch and they're like, "That guy's got a Joker suit. Look at that stupid suit." Ha, ha, ha.
Nobody
Like,
said that.
and 100%
You said that about yourself, self-deprecating because you want.
Oh, really?
You said that about yourself, honey. I wasn't thinking about your suits.
Narcissists don't
You
self-deprecate.
did say
so
that
what
about
am I?
yourself. I'm a witness. I saw the conversation.
Oh,
You said that.
you're a trustworthy source.
You said that
You're
about yourself.
You're a 32-year-old single tarot card reader. You have no credibility.
And this is the thing.
He keeps killing her with that. You're a 32-year-old broke entrepreneur tarot card reader. Look at her face.
Zero.
Calm down.
No credibility.
I'm enjoying this.
You're not a respectable man.
You're not a.
What's funny? Because we can just end it now. What's funny?
Everything's funny.
Everything's funny.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to leave?
If you want me to.
Yeah. Done.
Okay.
Yeah, go, man. Go. Take your weave with you.
Was I disrespectful to her? Was I being rude to her?
No,
To
you
be
were
fair,
good.
you weren't.
You're fine.
So what was that? What was that about?
To be honest, bless her, she was riled up because our energy is more towards this man over here.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's interrupting the show.
I understand that. to be honest, like, didn't we talk about, your energy and all of that? Like, at the end of the day, like, I just asked her something normal, and then what was her response? What kind of response was that?
I had to take some of the blame because I was quite, kind of going at him a little bit, and she jumped on it. But
Don't you think? Okay, cool. Take responsibility. Don't you think that, like, you should have maybe checked her?
to be honest, each time that she
Not even
was
check her, but like tell her,
No.
can't, like.
no, each time she was getting riled up, respectfully, I would put my hand on her just to calm her down a little bit. It is a very controversial platform. We are talking about controversial topics. You said that when you arrived, and it is what it is. I would hate to see her go, to be honest.
But you see, the thing is, this is it. You put your hand on there, check her, put her in place. You're speaking, so let it be about you. You're talking about interrupting, and she's jumping in. She's talking about, I read energy and I deal with energy, but she couldn't control her energy. Her emotions and her energy just went all over the place. She lost control. She lost control. And this is the problem. Don't know how to have a logical conversation. When these women leave the podcast, it's all emotional by the time they're going. It shouldn't be emotional. I understand you can be passionate and riled up, but you can see when someone's putting an argument together and it's just emotional. And to be fair, King Richez has come under a lot of stick but she just had to go. She was just a pain. Tarot reading entrepreneur, supposedly. Idiot. Anyway, I'm not watching no more of this. Catch you on the next one.